Alright, hi everybody. I have a special guest star. If you watch Cosmetic Couturier, you have probably already seen her. So this is my guest star. This is Jessica. This is my younger sister. We're going to be making food for you today. Jessica is a pescetarian, so today she's going to be trying Sophie's Kitchen, which is a vegan seafood with me. Just as a disclaimer, Sophie's Kitchen did provide the Sophie's Kitchen products. But everything else is purchased by us, and we'll be showing you our idea on how to make this. This is transitional seafood. It's all vegan unless you're a strict vegetarian, then it's also good for that. So there's no animal byproducts in this. Also, proceeds do go to help save wildlife. It's a PETA business friend, and this is non-soy based. So this is made of Konjac Powder, and she did pick the boxes. Jessica picked the boxes. Tell them why you were interested in these.
Well, I was interested in these because they also have calamari and squid rings and regular shrimp available with Sophie's Kitchen. But me personally, I'm not a huge fan of calamari, like actual calamari. I've never had the Sophie's Kitchen one. But real calamari and squid, I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of the texture, and I think it's a little too fishy for me. But, you know, fish fillets like we have here, and also shrimp, those are things I do eat often, the real thing of. So I was just curious to try the vegan option, because although I do eat vegan chicken, beef, things like that, I've never had vegan seafood. So since this is what I typically eat, I wanted to compare it to the real thing, and so see how that tasted. And also for the dishes we were talking about making, they just sounded that they would taste the best for that.
For those of you unfamiliar with Sophie's Kitchen, this all started because the daughter of the business owner is allergic to seafood, and they wanted to provide her with a healthier option. So I feel like by inviting a pescetarian into this kitchen, or my little sister, you're also getting a more well-rounded review, a more unbiased review of how this actually really tastes, and is it comparable to the real thing. So we're going to just start off. This is going to be an easy, quick cooking video, because we're just going to be working with mostly raw foods minus the Sophie's Kitchen items. So yeah, this is really basic. We don't want to take the focus off of these products. It's mainly a review on these, but we're going to be showing you what to combine it with. I'm going to have Jessica talk you through the stuff that's sitting on the kitchen. I've already talked through them in my Mother's Market haul video, a couple of the items, so she's going to tell you a little bit about the items sitting on top of the kitchen.
Okay, well, we have this organic earth greens spinach blend, USDA organic. It has some, also in addition to the spinach, it has arugula in there, so it has, and you can also see it has some red greens in there. And you know, if you have more color in your greens, then that means you have more phytochemicals, and the more variety of colors you consume in terms of produce, that means the more variety of vitamins you're getting. So if you're gonna, you know, have a salad, look for things like this that have the different colors of lettuce. And also, you know, since it has the arugula in there, it's gonna add a nice crunch to what we're gonna be making. And let's see, we have some Bolthouse Farms olive oil vinaigrette, and it's tropical mango flavored, so it'll give you a south of the border feel combined with that fish, give it a nice tangy taste. And to go along with that citrusy type taste with our seafood, we also have these Meyer lemons. You can see they're a little bit more orange in color, so they're different from regular lemons. And if you smell them, you could smell them through the bag because they have these little holes here. They actually smell really sweet, like a lemon custard. Not too overbearing, but just sweeter than a regular lemon. And they're used more for desserts and beverages. And so they're just a little bit more sweet than a traditional lemon. And we also have some almond slivers here to go ahead and add some more protein to the dish. And what's the other vitamin in almonds? I'm totally blanking. Omega-3, thank you, to give us some omega-3. Also go along with the fish theme. You know, not a whole lot of foods have omega-3, but seafood does, along with nuts, especially almonds, have a lot of omega-3, so it kind of goes well with the seafood if you want to have a dish during the day that gives you lots of omega-3. And we just have some cocktail sauce to go with the breaded shrimp we have. And we also have some jicama slices here.
To go with this sort of Southwest kick, because mangoes are very kind of borders, Mexican stuff. We're kind of going with a little bit of a Southwest flair here, which is actually pretty common in California. So.
And oops, also I almost forgot these. We also have some cherry tomatoes. So you could see we have...
Make it sweet.
Yeah, we have a wide variety of different produce for you. And like I said, yellow, green, purple, red, and we have the white here. So lots of phytochemicals here for you in this meal.
And I'm sure we don't need to show you how to use your microwave, but we're going to be showing you what this product looks like when we're done. We're going to be breaking it apart and giving you a little mini review. And we're going to show you what our salad looks like, so stay tuned. Alright, so now we have all the arugula in here, and I know a lot of people are probably going to ask what's with all the packaged fruits, veggies. That's very common when you're in the city. You kind of end up with the more packaged things. So if you live in the country, you are lucky. So we're just going to be adding, the jicama, which I know some people are probably like, oh, I don't know about that. But it's going to go with the mango. A little bit of the lime is going to help keep the jicama fresh. You can also cut these jicama slices down. I like them a little big. I like to just reach for them as I see them. And do you like tomatoes?
I'm not a huge fan of tomatoes, but if you want to put them in, like, you know, since they're kind of bigger, it's easy for me to work my way around them. Whoops!
Oh, there's all
tomato spill.
We're going to use these as a side garnish then in that case. There we go. We're going to use these as a side... Sorry, some tomatoes fell on the floor. We're going to be using these as a side garnish instead, because she's not a tomato fan, so...
Yeah. I actually do love tomatoes in tomato sauce. I love sun-dried tomatoes. I love cooked tomatoes in like a panini. But for some reason, I don't like raw, whole tomatoes. Like, I don't know why. I love tomato in every other form except for whole and raw, but other than that, I love all other fruits and vegetables.
I'm cooking the other one right now. If you want to know how the fish patties turn out, they look like this.
Nice golden brown texture.
We're just gonna, then we'll give you a little like review once we've kind of gotten into everything. So we're gonna like cut the lemons and yeah. And then just as a safety first, for when you're cutting lemons, it's always good to put a towel underneath. Of course, this one actually just has rubber foot. So we're just going to be using that. And then when we cut our little babies open, you want to cut off the ends first. That way your lemon, orange, lime gets to stand up so it doesn't wiggle around. Cut it down. Jessica's getting the Sophie's Kitchen things out of the microwave. And then to get the most out of it, we're just going to cut it in fours.
Just got the shrimp out and it smells delicious.
Is it done?
Let's see. Yep, it looks and feels like it is done.
Do you want to try these Mayer lemons with me and tell people if they're any good? All right, just take a piece.
Okay.
Pretty amazing. It's actually...
This is really good.
Kind of like a tart orange.
It's not too sour. Like, it doesn't make you purse your lips. Like, you can actually eat a slice. And it has a slight sour taste, but it's not so much that makes you want to drink some water right after or anything like that. It's the perfect amount of sour and sweet.
I've had cross lemons and oranges before, but these are actually worth your while. So we just squeeze those oranges right on top. I'm sure you know how to do that. And then I'm going to have Jessica go in and add the almond accents to taste.
Okay. Sprinkle them around here. So then that way, I don't want to just plop them on top, so then that way it makes it a little easier to mix so it's all in there. See, how much of this do you think I should put in, Grace?
It's up to you because I think I have a pretty forgiving palate and I'm not easily offended by flavor, so go ahead and take what you want.
Okay, I think that's good for now, and if we decide we want some more, we can add some more later.
I got the almond roasted because they're actually one of the few, or sorry, the oven roast kind, the original. It's actually one of the few vegan ones. Everything else was tomato basil and honey roasted and stuff like that, which all had cheese or honey in it. So that one is the all vegan option. Excuse my cookware, we don't have any real salad tossers. And then we're just going to add dressing to taste. So we're going to sit down and enjoy this, and we're going to give you a little review of how everything is. So that's enough with the cooking. We don't want to make it too prolonged because this is YouTube, not channel 2 or 4. So we're going to show you plates of food. And look at these. You can see the breading is falling off. It's very thin. It's not heavy. You're getting real product in there. So yeah, what do you think of it?
Well, I haven't tasted it yet, but it looks delicious. Like it doesn't look like, you know, like a piece of hunk of tofu or something. Like it looks nice and savory. And like you said, I like that the breading, you could see it breaking apart a little bit, which shows that it's not too caked on there with butter or shortening or grease. It's just a nice light amount. And the salad, I think, looks delicious. I mean, look at all those colors. We also got some cocktail sauce and the lemon for the shrimp, so I'm excited to try this.
All right. And we're quenching our thirst and hydrating ourselves with 1 coconut water.
Pineapple.
And I have pink guava. This is an interesting, or not an interesting, well, it is in flavor-wise. I think that this is just a great source of energy and calcium and hydration. So we're going to be enjoying that, and we'll tell you what we think. All right, so what do you think of it?
Well, I just tried my first bite of the fish fillet here, and I was surprisingly, I liked it. I mean, I wasn't expecting you to dislike it, but I kind of expected it to be kind of rubbery and like tofu, because that's just kind of how I always pictured what fake fish would be like. But it's not at all. Like like I said, it tastes like hearty, but not so much where you would feel like really full and congested afterwards. It just feels like enough where it's savory and you have a satisfying light meal, and there's, I don't know what spices are on it, but it has like just a tiny amount of spice, not where it's spicy as in hot, but it just has I don't know, it kind of tastes like a light garlicky type flavor, but if you dislike garlic, that shouldn't turn you off from it at all, because like I said, it's not super potent. It just seems like it has just a light amount of seasoning, so I'm very impressed so far.
I think that's the Konjac powder root she tastes, because it's not going to leave the that garlic flavor in your mouth, and like she said, the breading's very light. It's not going to make you feel heavy like fish sticks would. I love the dressing though. This mango dressing's very light and zesty. Would you repurchase Sophie's Kitchen even though you are a pescatarian?
I think so. I think I would, because you know, I've been a pescatarian for about 2 years now, and you know, the longer you stay away from meat, then it's harder to get back to it, just because it just seems too filling for your system. And I've been kind of feeling that way with fish lately. I think I only had it once, like this year so far, because I was at a fish restaurant and there wasn't really any vegetarian options for me. But it did taste kind of heavy for my palate, I think, just because although I'm a pescatarian, I don't have fish very often, maybe like a couple times a month. So I think it's kind of, my system's getting used to not having it, so this is a good light option for me. It's not quite as filling, and also, you know, seafood's expensive, so it's cheaper than buying regular seafood.
Yeah, 1 box of this is $5. Fills you up. A fish fillet can cost so much more than $5.
And this has 4 servings, so you get 4 servings for $5 versus maybe like seafood for 2 for $15 at the grocery.
All right, so it's a great meal. Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna finish our meal, and thanks so much for watching. Let us know what else you'd like to see in the future, or if you'd like us to do something else with Sophie's Kitchen, which we probably will be doing, because they want to work with my vlogs. So you to Sophie's Kitchen. I'm going to have a link in the bottom bar for Sophie's Kitchen. Once again, proceeds go to help save wildlife. So thank you so much.
Thank you.